But have you ever sat down at a formal dinner and felt a little overwhelmed by all the forks, knives, and spoons? You're not alone, but don't worry, mastering dining etiquette is easier than it looks. It's all about understanding a simple system that makes dining elegant and effortless. Today, we're going to break down the art of using cutlery so you can dine with confidence in any setting, from a business lunch to a fancy wedding. First, let's talk about the setup. The golden rule is to work from the outside in. The utensils furthest from your plate are for the first course. As each course is served, you'll use the next set of utensils in line. Typically, forks are on the left and knives and spoons are on the right. Your dessert fork and spoon are usually placed horizontally above your plate. Think of it as a roadmap for your meal. Now, let's look at the two main dining styles, American and European, also known as continental. Let's start with the American style. When you cut your food, you'll hold your fork in your left hand, tines pointing down, and your knife in your right. After cutting a bite-sized piece, you place your knife down on the upper right edge of your plate, with the blade facing inwards. Then, you switch your fork to your right hand to bring the food to your mouth. This switching is the key feature of the American style. In contrast, the European or continental style is a bit more fluid and involves no switching. You keep the fork in your left hand and the knife in your right hand throughout the meal. After cutting your food, you use your fork, still in your left hand with the tines facing down, to lift the food to your mouth. The knife remains in your right hand, resting on the plate when not in use. It's considered more efficient, and you'll find it's the predominant style in Europe and many other parts of the world. Neither style is right or wrong. It's a matter of what you're comfortable with and what's customary where you are. What about handling the utensils themselves? Your index finger should extend along the back of the fork or the spine of the knife, providing stability and control. Avoid holding your cutlery like a pencil or gripping it in your fist. It should feel like a natural extension of your hand. When using a spoon for soup, you should scoop the liquid away from you. This prevents any accidental spills onto your lap. And a little tip, sip quietly from the side of the spoon, not the tip. Signaling is another crucial part of dining etiquette. How do you let the server know you're just taking a break versus being finished with your meal? To signal you're resting, in the American style, place your knife on the upper right of your plate and rest your fork, tines up, at an angle. In the continental style, you'd form an inverted V with your knife and fork, with the tips of the utensils pointing towards each other in the center of the plate. When you've finished your meal, the signal is universal. Place your knife and fork parallel to each other on the right side of the plate. Imagine your plate is a clock face. The utensils should be placed in the 4 o'clock position. The fork tines can be facing up or down, but the blade of the knife should always face inwards, towards the fork. This clearly tells the server you're done, and they can clear your plate. Let's not forget the other utensils. Your bread plate is always to your left. Use the butter knife provided to place a pat of butter on your plate first, then butter your bread piece by piece. For dessert, if the utensils are above your plate, simply bring them down. The fork handle pointing left is for your left hand, and the spoon handle pointing right is for your right hand. Mastering cutlery isn't about rigid rules. It's about showing respect for your host, the chef, and your fellow diners. It helps the meal flow smoothly and allows everyone to feel more comfortable. By practicing these simple techniques, you'll not only feel more poised, but also enhance your overall dining experience. It turns a simple meal into a graceful social occasion. So next time you sit down to a beautifully set table, you'll know exactly what to do.